Greetings, folks. It's Woody. You're looking at the fireplace we just worked on, and you can see that the flame is kind of in the middle. There's not a lot going on the outside ends. Not a lot going on down here. A lot of blue. And then you have one big orange flame in the middle. The reason that's orange in the middle is because that's where the most airflow is coming in on this particular design. This is an old fireplace. They've made a lot of improvements since then. Now where they bring the air in. But this is coming in right behind that log set. So the most combustion air is where the bluest flame is. So if you look at down in the base along the bottom here, you'll see a blue flame. It's starting to orange up a little bit on this corner. Now when you first fire your stove, the glass is going to condensate. That's just the reality of what happens with gas, especially LPG. There's a ton of water in LPG, so that's one of the byproducts is hydrogen. So that's why you can get a lot of hydrocarbons build up because of so much hydrogen in the fuel itself. And so anything that impinges on the flame will create that orange flame. So what we'll do is we're going to shut this thing down, let it cool off, and I showed you how to make the shutter adjustment. So now I'm going to close the shutter a little bit more, and that will take care of the issue with down here with this blue flame. It'll orange it up a little bit more along the corner down here. You want more orange along here. Some people will want to put different stuff on your burner. That's a great way to get the black glass like we had. Create all kinds of problems. I don't recommend it unless your burner is specifically designed for it. Don't do it. All that angel hair and all that stuff, as the LPG burns and that stuff turns red hot, creates hydrocarbons and carbon, and it'll build up. Anyhow, you can see now this is starting to orange up more along this here. A little bit further, so that's why it's important to just kind of let it burn off. I'm going to let it burn off for a while before I do anything. Then I'm going to let it cool down. I'm going to adjust the shutters, show you the difference it makes. So that gives you a better idea of your burner tray. This down here is your front burner. You can see we're starting to get some more lift off on the bottom. Our back tray is starting to burn more orange. So what I'm trying to say is you let it burn off a while. You can see there's a haze developing on the glass. That's normal for the first burn. You let the stove completely cool down. You have to clean it again. If you do not clean your glass, if you have fingerprints on your glass, whatever, when it gets hot, it will etch into the glass. It will never, ever come off. Very important to have your glass clean. So anyhow, that's what we're worried about right here, is these burners, getting them so they dance a little higher and they're actually coming up along this outer edge, and you've got more orange flame. So when you have a brand new stove again, it's going to burn off, it's going to stink. Open your windows, and this is toxic stuff. Like I said, this unit's never really been fired before, even though it's almost 20 years old, still brand new. So it'll smell like a paint fumes, and I think now we have a powder coating on our newer fireplaces that's fume free. It's kind of cool. So I showed you the unit burning. I showed you the blue flame in the burner, and I explained that means I've got too much gas and not enough oxygen. So in order to correct that, we have to open this up just a bit more. and then burn it again and see where we're at. So this is allows how much oxygen mixes with the gas, and controls what color the flame is. The more gas you have, the bluer the flame will be. The more air you have, the yellower the flame will be. So the higher elevation you're in, the thinner the air, the larger the opening. So that's how that works. So what I did is I took my screwdriver, I loosened this screw, and now I've opened that up all the way. The next step would be change the orifice. So that fits in here like this. The end of the tube goes over the end of the orifice. And you can see what I'm talking about inside there. Tube lifts off. Your burner tray could be totally different than this. These are just generalities to try to help you understand. Move the camera, and you can see how dirty the glass is starting to become after just a short burn. So hopefully you can see that better, that black. So I'm going to clean that off again. See the soot on my thumb. So anyhow, there you have it.